Hello, I'm Alara Zeybek and I'm a second-year computer science student in Bilkent University. And today I will be presenting my Physics 101 project, which is called Hooke's law of examination by Newton's first law. So I have chosen this project because while I was doing my research, I saw that every Hooke's law examination experiment are similar to each other. So for this reason, I wanted to do something different and something more complex than existing projects. And since in my project I have implemented an equilibrium system, I added a preliminary part to my main experiment, and in this additional part I have examined Newton's first law. To increase the complexity, I also added another additional part to the end of my experiment, and in this part I will be examining the factors that affect the spring constant. So at the end, I will have examined three different but also connected subjects: Newton's first law, Hooke's law, and the factors that affect the spring constant. So let's move on to my project. I'm starting with part A to observe the equilibrium system's behavior. As expected, the system didn't accelerate. In the following parts, I will be using 6 different springs and masses. 2 of them are plastic and the other ones are stainless steel springs. You can see the outer and wire diameter measurement in the screen. So in the part B, I will be investigating the proportion between displacement and the force. So at the end, I see that this proportion is equal to spring constant. For this reason, I found the tangent of the graph, which is equal to the experimental spring constant. Then in the part C, I compared the experimental and theoretical displacement. In part D, I will be focusing on the factors that affect the spring constant. These factors are the material, the outer diameter, and the wire diameter of the spring. To consider these, I did 18 measurements in total. In conclusion, I observed that plastic has a lower spring constant. If the materials and outer diameters are the same, the larger wire diameter has a larger spring constant. But if the material and wire diameter are the same, the larger outer diameter has smaller spring constant. So I finished this experiment with some small errors because I assumed that I was using massless springs and doing this experiment in a frictionless environment. So because of this, I found my theoretical displacement different than my experimental one, and I believe that it would be better to use brand new springs instead of using the old ones, so it would decrease my percentage error, which is currently 11.61. I believe I have achieved my objectives and done my observations as I expected. So thank you.